Back to my channel. I just want to touch real briefly on the riots that's going on in Missouri over the Michael Brown case. And if you guys saw my last video, I predicted within the next day or two, within the week, we'd have more murders. And I told you guys we're gonna see what the church, what people in the community, what they do when these things happen. Well, overnight we had 2 men shot in North St. Louis and murdered. Since Al Sharpton's come out, we had about 5 killed and about 12 arrests, you know what I mean, for guns. And so there's still no outrage. And I had came across, was it Alex Jones, I think, forget it was it's a media outlet who I didn't even know nothing about a month ago. If that, Samantha Ramsey, a 19-year-old white girl, was shot by a police officer who jumped on top of her car allegedly. That's what they're investigating now. They say that the patrol cam caught caught the officer jumping, putting himself in harm's way. But I'm not sure. It's an investigation, just like Mike Brown's case. But it didn't go mainstream. It stayed local, and this 19-year-old white teenage female, Samantha Ramsey, has been killed. No outrage, no crying. The media, don't you guys see? The media, you don't see it, huh? And so I'm just pointing out the facts that you have the Fed implants like Al Sharpton, who comes out when a black person is shot by a cop or a white person or something like that. But every year in St. Louis area, you have about 100 and something murders. Already this year, you got about 60 murders. You have about 200 something rapes, and it's one of the most dangerous places to live. I'm from the hood. I'm not saying that to speak against Mike Brown. You guys know me already. I stand with Mike. But what I'm saying is, what are you gonna do next time a black baby is murdered by a black gang member or drug dealer? Are we gonna stand and march through the streets and look for this killer? Are we? If not, why not? Are we racist? Are we subconsciously racist? That we would attack white people or police because they killed one of our own? But when our own is massacring, we're massacring ourselves. We're not doing anything. That's hypocritical. That's fake. The Black Panther Party was put a warning against them. The new fake Black Panther Party was put a warning on them by the FBI to not, incite violence. Well, the Black Panther Party, where is the hit out on the gang members who just did these killings against black people? If you don't stand up for those murders and those killings, all the other righteous things like with the Mike Brown case, so far as we know, he was unjustly killed, and so it really does nothing, because it shows we don't do anything. We don't care about if we're murdering ourselves. Remember, 15,000 murders a year. About 9 to 10,000 are black by other blacks. Samantha Ramsey, 19-year-old white girl, killed by a police officer not even a month ago. No one's talking about it. We can't be hypocrites. We got to be real with ourselves. We talking about keeping black folks. We always talking about keeping it real. Don't be fake. Don't be a sellout. Well, the sellout is the person who's listening to the media, the Uncle Sam, and not doing any research. If I wouldn't have did research, I would have never known about Samantha Ramsey, 19-year-old white girl killed by the cops. But not only that, the murder rate. How all of our kids are stuck on hip hop and rap. It talks about degrading our women, about how they hoes and they prostitutes. They can do this and do this to me, and we bob our heads to that music. About selling drugs, about riding, about all that. The stuff I used to do. And we condone it. I've been to a black church in the hood where they got Jay-Z and Beyonce next to the pastor and inside of the bulletin. I'm like, are you serious? this dude's talking about hoes and calling our black women hoes, and Beyonce talking about she has a spirit that she talks to named Sapphira when she gets on stage. I mean, that's crazy. If the black church in those communities, I say black church, the immediate churches, but all of the churches, even if these fake black churches in these communities are not saying nothing, the body of Christ needs to stand up. And we can go to Haiti, we can go to all these other countries. We need to walk up into these countries. I'm trying to get to St. Louis right now. I'm trying to get to Chicago as well. And then wherever else I can go. I want to have a bullhorn. I want to confront Al Sharpton. I want to talk to some of the churches, interview some of the people. If you want to help me, email me, TYRUS4@live.com. You can see the documentary on my life by typing in the Tommie Scott Story. I spell my name, Tommie. And I also have a book out called The Tommie Scott Story, From Gangs, Drugs, Crime to Soldier for Christ. I lost 31 friends in the streets by the hands of black people, my own people. I was scared of my own people coming up. You know what I'm saying? Not to justify the injustice of the government and different federal outlets and different things against the black community. I'm not downplaying that. I'm saying if you're not standing up for the other stuff that far outweighs the injustice in the politics and government, far outweighs that. This happening in the black community with our own people. If we're not addressing that, none of this other stuff matters. Even though it doesn't matter to the world because we don't care. So help me get out there. I'm trying to get out there within the next week. If you want to help me financially, get a room and everything, please email me TYRUS4@live.com. That's Tyrus, TYRUS4@live.com, and I'll tell you how you can do that. Also, I'll give you a number to my pastor, a couple other people to vouch for me, knowing that I'm not trying to get money for anything else. You can actually send it to them just for accountability, so you know I'm keeping it real with you. You can send it right to the church. And I'm just trying to get out there to proclaim the truth, the gospel, not to rant, but to confront some of these churches and touch some of these issues I talked about. No one's talking about these things. Why? That's crazy, especially the Christians out there. We can get out there in a circle and pray, but when little Takesha Thompson gets her brains blew out 1 year old by a black man, no one's marching through the streets. That's fake. That's phony. But we are to stand, not go steal alcohol. That's ignorance. That's dumb. That means the media made y'all go out and do all that. Not the police. Because all you guys know in that hood, your friend or family member has been killed by another black person and you've done nothing. So don't try to act all high and zealous and mighty and powerful now. Don't try to do all that now. No, we stand up for what's right, the right way. All right, you guys, if you want to stand with me, help me, support me. If you're in media or church or whatever, help me out. Help me get out there. I want to preach the truth, interview people, pray with people. I want to confront Al Sharpton and talk to him, not attack him. I want to talk to him like, why? Why can we step out like this? Why can't we go after all these babies that are being massacred? Google murders in Chicago, babies that have been murdered. Look at the babies in these caskets. Oh my, I got 5 kids. I got 3 boys, 2 girls. If one of my kids was in that casket, man, I don't know what. I mean, if we don't say nothing, we fake. You're fake. We don't stand up. Go preach the truth, share the truth in those communities. White church, black, whatever, Asian church, whatever it is. If you can go overseas, but you won't go to that community and stand with these people, you're fake. But you can go to Tahiti and Haiti and all that stuff. You don't go to these communities here in America. We're the #1 porn capital, #1 drug and alcohol capital, 25% of the world's jail population, 15,000 murders a year. If you don't go preach the truth to them, I never saw any Christian missionaries or anything like that in my neighborhood. But if you're a Christian in a Christian missionary team or big organization, leave me out. I'll go out. Send me out. I mean, come on, y'all. We got to step up. Forget politics right now. God bless.